And for our final item today, it's an honor for me to turn over the microphone to Councilwoman Seaman, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And before we honor our Citizen of the Month, Shay Mikalonis, I would like his squad to stand up and introduce themselves, please. So if you could stand. And please say your names.
Convention Area Command.
Sergeant Eric Burkett.
Kyle Camaro.
Logan Jacks.
Officer LeVar.
Carl Oscar. Morton Schurtz.
Joaquin Escobar. Mark Karam. Philip Mills.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, if I could ask Patrick Neville and Guy Mikalonis to come to the podium. As a daughter and a wife of law enforcement officers, I know how truly blessed as a community to be served by the men and women of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Unfortunately, on some occasion, that service comes at far too high a price. On June 1st, 2020, Officer Shay Mikalonis paid that price by being wounded in the line of duty, doing what he had dedicated his life to, protecting the community he loves. Moving to Las Vegas in 1991, Shay grew up as a true Las Vegas boy, attending Arbor View High School and UNLV. His passions in life are his beloved guitar, working out, hockey, and our Golden Knights. But his biggest passion of all in his job as an officer with Metro. Shay is the kind of officer who willingly worked the graveyard shift because he felt he was needed there. He will forever be in our hearts and prayers as he continues his recovery. And I want Shay and his family to know that the city of Las Vegas will always be there for him, whatever they need. I now invite his stepfather, Patrick Neville, to say a few words and accept Shay's recognition as the May 2021 City of Las Vegas Citizen of the Month.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Madam Mayor, council members. Councilwoman Seaman, thank you for nominating Shay, and for the council, thank you for supporting that nomination. It's greatly felt. When I told Shay he was getting the award, he was really excited. He wanted to know what it was about. I explained to Shay what it was, and he paused for a minute, and he said, "Why am I getting this award? I just got shot." I go, "That's probably a pretty good reason why you're getting it, Shay. You're out doing your job, and you got shot while doing your job." Then he says to me, he goes, "I'm not really the one that deserve it. It's the men and women that were out there on the line with me that night that saved my life. These men back here and women that saved his life. The ambulance crew that brought him from the scene to the hospital, that actually not only brought him back to life, Shay technically died en route to the hospital. And then to the professionals at UMC that kept Shay alive, put him back together long enough to get him over to the Craig Hospital in Denver, where he spent 8 months in rehab, and now he's home." So if it wasn't for these people, Shay wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be standing up here with Shay's dad expressing my thanks and gratitude to the council for doing what they've done. But a big part of that appreciation is these guys that are sitting right here behind me, and the people that made this happen, and the people that have supported Shay throughout this whole endeavor that he's been experiencing. So on behalf of the men and women behind me, men and women at UMC, the men and women that saved his life at AMR, Mercy, we accept this plaque and just say thank you, much gratitude. Thank you, Councilwoman, very much.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I know Mayor Pro Tem, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I had the honor of working with Pat over at Metro. I was just a captain. You were an assistant sheriff, right?
Chief.
Assistant
Yeah.
chief.
I was a chief. But I'll take it. It's okay. It's okay.
You're too busy to run for sheriff right now.
Oh,
but,
yeah, definitely.
I can't remember if you retired before I did or after I did. You're older than me, so probably before I did. So.
Yeah, I just look younger, Starbucks. That's my difference.
But you know, it's interesting when you retire after a long career. I had 29 years. You probably had about the same. You kind of have these ideas of what you're going to do in retirement, and you've decided that your retirement is going to be dedicated to getting Shay back to recovery. And I just want to recognize you because this is a full-time job for you, and it's something that you want to do. It's something that you've dedicated your life to, is to get Shay back to where he should be. And I just want to recognize you for doing that, to be by his side every single day, to make sure that he gets what he needs to get back to where he should be. So I just want you to give a nice round of applause for Pat for everything he's doing.
And that as well applies to his dad, who's made that commitment to, it's part of what your son go through this. So thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thanks, Douglas.
I'd like to add to that, when you look at how much he gave of himself to protect us all, doing it every day, as does law enforcement every day, every morning you get up. The uniqueness of his strength and courage to come back, and looking at his future and what he can continue to look forward to and giving back. He's a man of solid steel, and I know his heart is very, very strong. He's certainly beloved by this community and law enforcement. And sadly, for others who have had spinal cord injuries and end up with a lack of physical ability for a while or permanently, I look at, there's a model of a race car driver, Sam Schmidt, who lost use as well of his limbs, who has done more for spinal cord care and getting people involved, driven. And I know that all of this for the family, hardest on a whole personal family, beyond even imaginable. But I see for him, because of the strength of his character and the beauty of his heart and soul, that when I look at Sam Schmidt, who has taken such a positive control to help, and to help spinal cord and other physical injury, he's a wonderful human being, and you know that, and he's yours. And there's a whole community here, if not well beyond it, that just knows what a wonderful soul and what a wonderful representative of our community. And we're so grateful to him, but we do see a future that really his continuing contribution to making life better and stronger for those who have a spinal cord injury. And hopefully it's so great, because who thought that morning, and I was in UMC, that anybody even imagined that hopefully he would survive. And he's done so much more than that, and he will continue to, because he's loved and cared for by you, the family, and this entire community, and this council. So anything we can do to be there with Shay, we're here, as are his brothers and sisters in law enforcement. And we are with law enforcement. So just thank you, and we're just so honored. He is our Citizen of the Month. He goes so far beyond that, actually. So thank you. Give him a hug and a kiss from, not from the guys, but from us ladies.
Yeah, I got that part, Madam Mayor, but thank you very much. I appreciate it, and the council members, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.